6 proven ways to restore balance in your life. In today's fast-paced world, finding balance can feel like an impossible task. Between juggling work, personal commitments, and self-care, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and out of sync. But what if there was a way to regain control and live a more balanced, fulfilling life? In this audiobook, we explore 6 practical and proven strategies that will help you achieve harmony and prevent burnout. Whether you're struggling with time management, setting boundaries, or simply feeling stretched too thin, these tips will guide you to a more balanced lifestyle. Are you constantly feeling like there's never enough time in the day? Overwhelmed by commitments, responsibilities, and stress? What if I told you there are simple, effective ways to take control of your life and regain balance? In this audiobook, we'll share 6 essential steps that can transform how you approach your day, boost your productivity, and allow you to live with more peace of mind. It's time to get back in control. Let's start your journey toward a more balanced life. Focus points inside the audiobook. How to prioritize your time for maximum productivity. Setting healthy boundaries between work, personal life, and self-care. The importance of self-care and how to schedule it into your busy life. Simple methods to declutter and simplify both your environment and your mind. The power of flexibility in maintaining overall balance. Building and nurturing meaningful relationships to support your well-being. What you will learn. Time management. Learn how to effectively prioritize tasks and make the most of your day. Setting boundaries. Discover how to say no and protect your personal time. Self-care habits. Understand the importance of physical and mental health in achieving balance. Decluttering techniques. Explore ways to reduce stress by simplifying your surroundings. Flexibility. Gain insights into adapting to life's challenges while staying balanced. Relationship building. Learn how to nurture your connections for emotional support and well-being. By the end of this audiobook, you'll have the tools and strategies you need to create more balance in your life, reduce stress, and feel more fulfilled. Let's get started. Focus point 1. How to prioritize your time for maximum productivity. Time is our most valuable resource. Once spent, it cannot be regained. Yet, many people struggle to manage it effectively. Prioritizing your time is not just about cramming tasks into every minute of the day, but about focusing on what truly matters, aligning your actions with your goals, and making conscious decisions on how you spend your energy. The Pareto Principle, 80-20 Rule. The 80-20 Rule, or Pareto Principle, teaches us that 80% of our results come from 20% of our efforts. In other words, not all tasks carry equal weight. By focusing on the most important 20% of tasks, you can significantly boost your productivity and effectiveness. This principle is a powerful reminder that prioritizing isn't just about doing more, it's about doing more of the right things. For example, if you're a business owner, focusing on customer satisfaction or product development might generate far better returns than spending hours on administrative work. Time blocking, a proven strategy. Time blocking is one of the most effective tools to manage your day. It involves dividing your day into blocks of time, where each block is dedicated to a specific task or group of tasks. Research has shown that setting aside dedicated time for deep work reduces distractions and enhances focus. This method eliminates the inefficiency of multitasking and allows you to dive deeply into what truly matters without interruption. Eisenhower Matrix. Urgent versus important. Former U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower famously said, "What is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important." This concept was formalized into the Eisenhower Matrix, a tool that helps prioritize tasks based on their urgency and importance. By categorizing your tasks into 4 quadrants, urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important, you can easily identify where to focus your efforts. Tasks that are both urgent and important should take priority, while those that are neither should be minimized or eliminated. The power of the Rule of 3. Renowned productivity expert Chris Bailey advocates for what he calls the Rule of 3. This rule suggests that each day, you should identify and focus on 3 primary tasks or goals. Instead of overwhelming yourself with a long to-do list, the Rule of 3 encourages clarity and concentration on what truly needs to get done. Completing these 3 tasks offers a sense of accomplishment and allows for a more focused and less stressful day. Parkinson's Law and its implications. Parkinson's Law states, work expands to fill the time available for its completion. This means that if you give yourself too much time to complete a task, it will take longer than necessary. By setting tight deadlines and challenging yourself to complete tasks within shorter time frames, you can significantly enhance productivity. For instance, if you allocate 3 hours for a task that could realistically be done in 1, you're likely to procrastinate and lose focus. Tightening deadlines forces efficiency and minimizes the temptation to waste time. Case study: Steve Jobs' focus. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, was known for his laser-like focus. He once said, "People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas that there are." Jobs' ability to prioritize Apple's core projects, like the iPhone and iPad, led to groundbreaking innovations that changed the tech world. His emphasis on focus is a powerful lesson in how saying no to distractions and non-essential tasks can lead to extraordinary achievements. Recommendations: use the Pareto principle. Focus on the tasks that bring the highest returns on your time and effort. Try time blocking. Dedicate specific times in your day for focused, uninterrupted work. Apply the Eisenhower matrix. Categorize tasks by urgency and importance to determine what deserves your attention. Follow the rule of 3. Identify 3 key tasks or goals to accomplish each day. Challenge yourself with deadlines. Set shorter time frames to complete tasks and avoid procrastination. By following these strategies, you'll be able to prioritize your time with purpose and intention, allowing you to achieve maximum productivity while reducing unnecessary stress. Focus point 2. Setting healthy boundaries between work, personal life, and self-care. In today's hyper-connected world, setting boundaries has become more crucial than ever. With the lines between work and personal life increasingly blurred, especially with remote working environments, the ability to define and protect your personal space is essential for maintaining balance. Healthy boundaries act as the framework that enables you to manage your time, energy, and emotional well-being without feeling stretched too thin. The psychological benefits of boundaries. Psychologist Henry Cloud, author of Boundaries: When to Say Yes, How to Say No, argues that boundaries are essential for creating healthy relationships with both yourself and others. Without boundaries, we risk burnout, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. Boundaries are not about building walls, but rather creating clear guidelines that help you function at your best. When you set limits on your time and energy, you allow yourself the space to recharge, which in turn leads to increased productivity and emotional stability. The allure of being always on. Many individuals, especially in competitive work environments, feel the need to be constantly available. The culture of hustle glorifies working long hours and being perpetually reachable, but research has shown this leads to decreased mental health and poor work performance over time. A study published in Psychosomatic Medicine found that individuals who consistently overwork are at higher risk for cardiovascular diseases and burnout. Setting boundaries, such as turning off notifications after work hours or limiting your screen time, is essential to maintaining a healthy work-life balance. The importance of saying no. Many people struggle with the word no, fearing it will be seen as a sign of weakness or lack of commitment. However, saying no is one of the most powerful boundary-setting tools. Warren Buffett once remarked, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." By learning to decline tasks and commitments that don't align with your priorities, you free up time for what matters most to you, whether that's work, family, or personal growth. The work-life blend approach. With the rise of flexible work schedules and remote work, some argue for a work-life blend over traditional work-life balance. This approach integrates work and personal life more fluidly, allowing individuals to manage their tasks in a way that suits their unique lifestyle. However, even in a blended approach, boundaries are essential. Defining when work stops and personal time begins, even when both happen in the same physical space, prevents burnout and helps maintain productivity. Psychological detachment. recovery, and performance. A study in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology highlighted the concept of psychological detachment as a key factor in work recovery. The ability to mentally detach from work during non-working hours significantly boosts overall performance and well-being. Employees who effectively disengage from work outside office hours reported feeling more energized, motivated, and productive when they resumed work. This detachment is only possible when boundaries are clear and respected. Whether it's turning off your phone, resisting the urge to check emails, or creating physical space between your work and relaxation areas. Case study: the benefits of a digital detox. In 2012, Ariana Huffington, founder of the Huffington Post, collapsed from exhaustion due to overwork and lack of sleep. After this experience, she became an advocate for boundaries in the digital age. She encourages others to engage in regular digital detoxes, where you completely disconnect from technology to restore mental clarity. By setting boundaries with technology, such as establishing tech-free zones in the home or time slots without devices, you can regain control of your attention and reduce anxiety. Recommendations: learn to say no. Protect your time and energy by declining tasks that don't align with your priorities. Set work hours. Establish specific work times, even in flexible or remote work environments, and stick to them. Turn off notifications. Limit digital interruptions by silencing non-essential notifications during personal time. Create physical boundaries. Separate work from relaxation by designating specific areas for work, even in your home. Practice psychological detachment. Take regular breaks and fully disconnect from work during non-working hours. Healthy boundaries are not barriers. They're tools that allow you to function at your best, maintain strong relationships, and protect your well-being. By setting and respecting these limits, you create a life that is more balanced, less stressful, and more fulfilling. Focus point 3: the importance of self-care and how to schedule it into your busy life. Self-care is often overlooked or dismissed as indulgent, especially in a culture that celebrates productivity and constant hustle. However, self-care is far from a luxury. It is a necessity for physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It serves as the foundation for everything else you do, enabling you to perform at your best in work, relationships, and personal pursuits. Without self-care, burnout, stress, and dissatisfaction are inevitable outcomes. The science behind self-care. Numerous studies have highlighted the psychological and physiological benefits of self-care. Research published in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology found that engaging in regular self-care activities, such as exercise, meditation, and hobbies, significantly reduces stress levels and enhances mental resilience. The body's stress response, regulated by the hypothalamus, is triggered less frequently when individuals engage in regular self-care. This means that by taking time for yourself, you can better manage stress and prevent the chronic health conditions often associated with it, such as high blood pressure, anxiety, and depression. Recharging through rest. Rest is one of the most essential forms of self-care, yet it is often undervalued. Sleep, for instance, is critical to brain function, emotional regulation, and physical health. Neuroscientists like Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, argue that the brain is unable to cleanse itself of toxins or consolidate memories properly without adequate rest. Poor sleep patterns lead to reduced cognitive performance, emotional instability, and even long-term health problems. Scheduling regular periods of rest, whether through naps, a solid night's sleep, or mental breaks during the day, is a crucial component of self-care. Mindfulness and emotional well-being. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing, offer significant benefits to mental and emotional health. Research from Harvard Medical School demonstrates that just 8 weeks of mindfulness training can shrink the brain's amygdala, the region responsible for fear and anxiety, while strengthening the prefrontal cortex, which is associated with concentration and decision-making. Mindfulness, therefore, not only helps reduce anxiety, but also enhances focus and cognitive control. By scheduling mindfulness exercises, even for just a few minutes a day, you can transform how you respond to stress and improve your emotional well-being. The self-care is not selfish mindset. Many people feel guilty when prioritizing self-care, believing that time spent on themselves takes away from others. However, self-care is not a selfish act. As Audre Lorde famously said, caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation. If you neglect self-care, your capacity to care for others diminishes over time. Just as you cannot pour from an empty cup, you cannot meet the demands of work, family, and relationships if you are drained. Self-care allows you to recharge so you can show up for others as the best version of yourself. Integrating self-care into a busy schedule. Scheduling self-care doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, self-care can be seamlessly integrated into your day. One of the simplest ways to make time for yourself is by practicing what time management expert Laura Vanderkam calls time confetti. This involves taking small moments throughout the day for quick, meaningful breaks, whether it's a 10-minute walk, listening to music, or enjoying a cup of tea. These micro breaks help break up the monotony of the day and prevent burnout. Even with the busiest of schedules, there is always room to schedule moments of restoration. The role of physical activity in self-care. Physical exercise is one of the most effective forms of self-care, as it benefits both body and mind. Studies show that just 30 minutes of moderate exercise a day releases endorphins, improves mood, and reduces stress. Regular exercise has also been linked to improved sleep, cognitive function, and emotional resilience. Whether it's a yoga session, a walk in nature, or a quick workout, incorporating movement into your day is a powerful way to care for your overall well-being. Case study: Google's 20% time for creativity and self-care. Companies like Google have embraced the importance of self-care by encouraging their employees to spend 20% of their work time on personal projects that inspire them. This policy allows employees to step away from their regular tasks and focus on something they are passionate about, which not only boosts creativity but also prevents burnout. It demonstrates how self-care can be woven into even the busiest work environments, fostering both productivity and personal well-being. Recommendations: prioritize rest. Schedule regular sleep and breaks throughout your day to avoid burnout and maintain mental clarity. Practice mindfulness. Dedicate a few minutes each day to mindfulness exercises like meditation or deep breathing to reduce stress. Incorporate physical activity. Make time for exercise to boost your mood, reduce anxiety, and enhance overall health. Use time confetti. Take small, meaningful breaks throughout your day for quick self-care activities. Shift your mindset. Remember that self-care is essential, not selfish, and allows you to perform better in all areas of life. Self-care is the ultimate form of self-respect. By integrating it into your routine, you are investing in your well-being, enhancing your capacity for success, and ensuring long-term physical, mental, and emotional balance. Focus point 4. The power of time management and prioritization. Time is the most finite resource we have. No matter how much we try to stretch our schedules or juggle tasks, there are always just 24 hours in a day. Effective time management and prioritization are crucial for achieving balance, productivity, and personal fulfillment. How we allocate our time not only determines what we accomplish, but also how we feel about our accomplishments. Mastering this skill leads to greater satisfaction, reduced stress, and a more harmonious balance between competing responsibilities. The Pareto Principle and Prioritization. The Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, asserts that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. This principle can be applied across various aspects of life, particularly time management. By identifying the most critical tasks that yield the greatest results, you can focus your energy on high-impact activities rather than getting bogged down by minutiae. Prioritization, in this sense, is about making conscious decisions to concentrate on tasks that offer the greatest return on your time investment. This allows you to achieve more by doing less, but doing it more effectively. Stephen Covey's Time Management Matrix. In his seminal work, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey introduced the Time Management Matrix, which classifies tasks into 4 quadrants based on urgency and importance. Quadrant I includes tasks that are both urgent and important, such as crises or deadlines. Quadrant 2 focuses on important but not urgent tasks like planning, personal development, and relationship building, activities that often get neglected but are crucial for long-term success. Quadrant 3 consists of urgent but not important tasks, such as interruptions and minor requests, while Quadrant 4 includes tasks that are neither urgent nor important, essentially distractions. The key to effective time management lies in spending more time in Quadrant 2. These are the activities that, although not urgent, have the most profound impact on your life's direction and quality. Whether it's nurturing relationships, setting goals, or investing in self-care, focusing on these areas leads to lasting fulfillment. Covey stresses that if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. The myth of multitasking. In a world where multitasking is often glorified, many believe that doing several things at once is the key to being more productive. However, research proves otherwise. Studies conducted by Stanford University found that multitasking is less efficient than single tasking because it reduces the brain's ability to filter out irrelevant information, leading to increased errors and mental fatigue. This is because the brain is wired to focus on one task at a time. Switching between tasks forces the brain to reset each time, reducing overall cognitive efficiency and focus. To truly manage time effectively, it's essential to embrace single tasking, dedicating full attention to one task until completion. This focused approach leads to higher quality work and allows for deeper immersion in the task at hand, promoting a sense of flow and accomplishment. Parkinson's Law, expanding and shrinking time. Parkinson's Law states that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. This principle underscores the importance of setting realistic time limits for tasks. Without clear deadlines, even the simplest of tasks can drag on indefinitely, consuming far more time than necessary. By setting tight, reasonable time constraints for tasks, you push yourself to be more focused and efficient. This leads to a more disciplined approach to time management and helps you avoid the trap of procrastination or perfectionism. Case study on time blocking. Elon Musk's 5-minute rule. Elon Musk, one of the busiest and most productive individuals in the world, is known for breaking his day into 5-minute blocks. This method forces him to plan every moment of his day and ensures that he tackles tasks in short bursts of intense focus. Time blocking, allocating specific periods to work on particular tasks, has proven to be highly effective for individuals across different industries. By assigning a dedicated time slot for each task, you can prevent distractions and better manage competing priorities. Procrastination and the power of deadlines. Procrastination is a common barrier to effective time management. Behavioral economist Dan Ariely has conducted numerous studies on procrastination and found that setting deadlines significantly improves performance. When tasks lack urgency, the brain naturally prioritizes immediate gratification over long-term benefits, leading to procrastination. However, by imposing clear, non-negotiable deadlines, you create a sense of urgency that motivates action. The Eisenhower box, prioritizing tasks based on importance. Named after former U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Eisenhower box is another effective tool for prioritization. It helps individuals categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. Tasks are placed into 4 categories. Do urgent and important. Decide important but not urgent. Delegate urgent but not important. And delete neither urgent nor important. This simple tool helps clarify what needs immediate attention, what can wait, and what can be eliminated altogether, reducing overwhelm and increasing productivity. Recommendations. Use the 80-20 rule. Identify the 20% of tasks that will yield 80% of your results and focus your efforts there. Focus on Quadrant 2. Prioritize tasks that are important but not urgent, such as planning and self-care, to foster long-term success. Embrace single tasking. Focus on one task at a time to improve efficiency and quality of work. Set time limits. Avoid Parkinson's Law by setting strict time constraints for each task to increase focus and productivity. Use time blocking. Allocate specific time slots for tasks to prevent distractions and ensure you stay on track. Effective time management is about making purposeful choices with your time. By prioritizing the most meaningful tasks, setting boundaries with your time, and working with focus, you not only accomplish more, but also achieve a greater sense of fulfillment and balance in your life. Focus point 5. Building resilience and emotional balance. Resilience, the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, is one of the most vital qualities for achieving balance in life. Life inevitably brings challenges, whether personal, professional, or social. How we respond to those challenges defines our well-being, not just in the moment, but long-term. Emotional balance, on the other hand, involves maintaining control over our emotions and reactions, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and less distress. Both resilience and emotional balance are interconnected, forming the foundation for a stable and fulfilling life. Resilience as a learned skill. Many believe resilience is an innate trait, something you are either born with or not. However, research from psychologists like Dr. Martin Seligman, known for his work on positive psychology, has shown that resilience is a skill that can be developed. Seligman's studies on optimism and resilience demonstrate that people who learn to view setbacks as temporary and manageable are more likely to bounce back from adversity. By shifting the narrative from "this is overwhelming" to "this is something I can handle," individuals build mental toughness over time. Resilience is strengthened by how we frame our experiences. Viewing challenges as learning opportunities rather than failures encourages growth. Psychologist Carol Dweck's theory of the growth mindset supports this idea, positing that those who believe they can grow and improve through effort are more likely to persist in the face of setbacks. This belief not only helps us handle adversity, but also fosters a more balanced, adaptive approach to life. The role of emotional regulation. Emotional balance is key to maintaining resilience. Without the ability to regulate emotions effectively, stress can become overwhelming, leading to burnout, anxiety, and even depression. One of the most powerful tools for emotional regulation is mindfulness. By staying present in the moment and observing emotions without reacting impulsively, individuals can prevent emotions from spiraling out of control. Neuroscientist Richard Davidson's research on mindfulness meditation has demonstrated that regular mindfulness practice leads to measurable changes in the brain, particularly in areas responsible for emotional regulation, such as the prefrontal cortex. People who practice mindfulness are better equipped to handle stress because they can observe their emotions from a distance, rather than becoming consumed by them. This approach is critical when managing emotions that could derail balance, such as frustration, anger, or sadness. The ability to pause, reflect, and respond, rather than react, creates emotional stability and ensures that challenges are met with calm and clarity. Post-traumatic growth. Finding strength in adversity. Interestingly, some individuals experience what is known as post-traumatic growth, where adversity not only strengthens them, but also leads to personal transformation. Researchers Tedeschi and Calhoun have studied this phenomenon extensively, showing that individuals who experience significant trauma often report growth in areas such as relationships, life philosophy, and self-perception. Rather than being diminished by hardship, these individuals use adversity to catalyze positive change. The key factor in post-traumatic growth is perspective. People who find meaning in their suffering and use it as a stepping stone for personal development often emerge stronger and more resilient. This shift in mindset allows them to approach future challenges with confidence, knowing that they have already overcome significant hurdles. Self-compassion, the pillar of resilience. One of the most overlooked elements of resilience is self-compassion. Dr. Kristen Neff, a leading researcher on self-compassion, argues that treating yourself with kindness and understanding during difficult times fosters resilience. Instead of being harsh or critical when we fail, self-compassion involves recognizing that failure and hardship are part of the human experience. This perspective alleviates feelings of isolation and inadequacy, helping individuals recover faster from setbacks. Neff's research also shows that self-compassionate individuals are more likely to take responsibility for their actions without falling into self-blame or rumination. By accepting imperfections and showing oneself kindness, it becomes easier to move forward rather than dwelling on what went wrong. Emotional intelligence and balance. Emotional intelligence, EQ, plays a crucial role in maintaining emotional balance. Daniel Goleman, the psychologist who popularized the concept, defines EQ as the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions, as well as the emotions of others. High emotional intelligence allows individuals to navigate social interactions more effectively and handle stress with grace. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather understanding them, processing them, and channeling them in productive ways. People with high emotional intelligence are better equipped to face challenges because they can manage their emotional responses. They are more adaptable, can diffuse conflict more easily, and are able to maintain perspective during stressful situations. This emotional balance is vital for resilience, as it allows individuals to stay grounded in the face of adversity. Recommendations: practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness techniques into daily routines to observe emotions without reacting impulsively. Develop a growth mindset. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than viewing them as threats or failures. Cultivate self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during difficult times, treating setbacks as part of the human experience rather than personal shortcomings. Increase emotional intelligence. Focus on understanding and managing both your emotions and the emotions of others to maintain balance and resilience. Frame adversity as growth. When facing difficulties, look for the lessons and personal growth opportunities embedded in the experience. Building resilience and emotional balance is not a matter of avoiding hardship, but of learning how to handle it with grace and strength. Through a combination of mindfulness, self-compassion, and emotional intelligence, you can navigate life's inevitable challenges while maintaining your inner equilibrium. Focus point 6. Prioritizing self-care for a balanced life. Self-care is the cornerstone of a balanced life. It is the conscious act of nurturing your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, which directly affects your capacity to handle stress, make sound decisions, and maintain relationships. Far from being a luxury, self-care is a necessity. Prioritizing it creates a stable foundation, allowing you to approach the demands of life from a place of strength and clarity. The absence of self-care can lead to burnout, emotional exhaustion, and even physical illness, all of which disrupt the delicate balance of life. Self-care begins with self-awareness. It involves recognizing your own needs and knowing when you are running on empty. Many people push themselves to the point of exhaustion, either because they feel it's necessary to be productive or because they've internalized societal expectations that prioritize external success over internal well-being. Psychologist and author Dr. Brené Brown highlights the importance of self-care by explaining that you can't serve from an empty vessel. If you are depleted, your ability to give to others, whether at work or in personal relationships, diminishes. The concept of self-care has also been explored scientifically. Research in the field of psychology and neuroscience supports the idea that taking time to recharge has measurable benefits for both mental and physical health. For instance, studies have shown that engaging in regular physical activity, whether walking, yoga, or exercise, improves mood, reduces stress, and enhances cognitive function. The physical release of endorphins, commonly referred to as feel-good hormones, provides a natural boost that positively impacts your mental outlook and energy levels. Equally important is emotional self-care. This refers to nurturing your mental and emotional well-being through activities that promote relaxation and self-reflection. Whether it's journaling, meditating, or spending time with loved ones, emotional self-care helps you process your emotions in a healthy way. According to clinical psychologist Dr. Guy Winch, emotional hygiene is just as important as physical hygiene. He argues that emotional injuries, such as rejection or failure, need as much attention as physical injuries to prevent long-term emotional damage. The balance between work and rest is another critical aspect of self-care. In a world that often glorifies busyness, it can be tempting to sacrifice sleep and leisure time in the name of productivity. However, the consequences of neglecting rest are severe. Studies have shown that lack of sleep impairs cognitive function, reduces emotional stability, and weakens the immune system. In contrast, getting enough rest improves decision-making, creativity, and emotional regulation. Psychologist Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, asserts that sleep is the most effective thing we can do to reset our brain and body, optimizing our health and well-being. Spiritual self-care, though often overlooked, is just as important. Whether through religious practices, meditation, or simply spending time in nature, engaging in activities that connect you to something greater than yourself provides a sense of purpose and inner peace. This deeper connection can offer perspective during challenging times, reminding you of your place in the larger scheme of things. Viktor Frankl, the Austrian neurologist and Holocaust survivor, emphasized that finding meaning and purpose, even in suffering, can provide the strength to endure life's difficulties. His groundbreaking work on logotherapy, which focuses on finding meaning as the central motivation in life, highlights the role that spiritual well-being plays in overall balance. The act of setting boundaries is an essential part of self-care. In both personal and professional contexts, boundaries protect your time, energy, and emotional reserves. Without clear boundaries, you may find yourself overcommitting, leading to stress and resentment. Learning to say no when necessary is a powerful tool for maintaining balance. It allows you to preserve your well-being without feeling guilty or overwhelmed by the demands of others. This boundary setting also extends to digital spaces, where constant connectivity can blur the lines between work and rest. Taking regular breaks from screens and social media is crucial to preserving mental health in today's fast-paced, digitally driven world. Self-care is not just about relaxation or indulgence. It's about making choices that sustain your energy and vitality over the long term. It requires discipline to prioritize activities that rejuvenate you rather than drain you. This might mean setting aside time for daily exercise, ensuring you get enough sleep, or making time for hobbies that bring joy and relaxation. Over time, these practices accumulate, leading to greater resilience and emotional stability. Taking care of yourself also makes you more effective in helping others. When you prioritize your well-being, you become more present, focused, and capable of handling challenges with patience and grace. People who regularly engage in self-care are better equipped to face the demands of life because they are operating from a place of renewal rather than depletion. Recommendations: practice self-awareness. Regularly check in with yourself to recognize when you need rest or rejuvenation. Prioritize sleep. Ensure you get enough rest to maintain cognitive function and emotional well-being. Engage in physical activity. Incorporate exercise into your routine to boost your mood and energy levels. Set boundaries. Protect your time and energy by learning to say no and limit overcommitment. Connect spiritually. Engage in activities that offer a sense of purpose and deeper connection to something greater. Take breaks from digital devices. Disconnect regularly to avoid burnout and maintain mental clarity. When you make self-care a priority, you create the conditions for a balanced, fulfilled life. It empowers you to meet life's challenges with resilience, clarity, and inner peace, ensuring that you are not only surviving but thriving. As we reach the end of this audiobook, it's clear that balance is not a destination, but a continuous journey, one that requires conscious effort, self-awareness, and intention. By integrating the practices we've explored, you can create a more harmonious, fulfilled life. We began with Focus Point 1, setting clear priorities, highlighting how defining what truly matters allows you to align your actions with your values, reducing unnecessary stress and distractions. When you live with purpose, balance becomes easier to maintain. In Focus Point 2, embracing flexibility, we uncovered the importance of adapting to life's unpredictable nature. Being flexible doesn't mean compromising your goals, but rather adjusting your approach to meet challenges without losing your center. Focus Point 3, mindful time management, showed us that managing time mindfully is about more than just ticking off tasks. It's about making meaningful use of every moment. Slowing down and focusing on one thing at a time improves productivity and inner peace. We explored Focus Point 4, strengthening relationships, emphasizing that meaningful connections are at the heart of a balanced life. Investing time in nurturing relationships with family, friends, and colleagues enriches your emotional well-being. In Focus Point 5, Reducing Mental and Emotional Clutter, we learned that decluttering the mind is essential to achieve balance. By removing unnecessary mental burdens, you can create space for clarity and creativity. Finally, Focus Point 6, Prioritizing Self-Care reminded us that taking care of your mental, physical, and emotional health is fundamental. Without self-care, the ability to maintain balance in all other areas of life is compromised. Key recommendations: define your core values and align your actions accordingly. Adapt to life's changes with a flexible mindset. Practice mindful time management. Focus on quality, not just quantity. Cultivate meaningful relationships that support your well-being. Declutter your mind by letting go of unnecessary stressors. Prioritize your self-care to ensure you're operating from a place of renewal. Reflecting on these points, remember that balance is a lifelong practice that enhances your overall quality of life. Each of these focus areas is a tool for navigating the demands of daily living with greater resilience, calm, and purpose. Thank you for listening and supporting this audiobook on the Media Deem YouTube channel. We appreciate your commitment to self-improvement and personal growth. If you enjoyed this audiobook, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more valuable content. Remember, listening is a powerful tool for improving your English language skills. The more you listen, the better you speak. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep striving for balance in all aspects of your life. Thank you again, and we look forward to accompanying you on your next learning journey.